well fully commit. It's the Lilia and the Clue.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure about the Lilia here.
In theory, incredibly sticky with a Clue on your side. Right? You could technically blow up someone.
I think that pick is kind of just to make sure that Sapa has a bad time. Like, this is one of those drafts that is like, even if we lose, we want you to go 0-10.
Yeah, but then you've already got the carry in the first place to make the Phobia's life difficult, right?
Just in case. And this is you leading very hard.
Look,
how many counters do we want for Supai?
Look, Carry wants to farm, right? The CEO needs peace. Someone else has to do the work.
Yeah, he literally told Rossi, yo, you my life.
It is going to be the third team that he makes it to an international event with.
Yeah, then he can take a picture with Baguete.
The croissant.
Yeah, the croissant, the Baguete.
You can take the photo with the Effie Tower.
The Effie Tower, dude. The Effie Tower is so dope.
Yeah, the Moni Lina.
Oh. Gracias, man. Gracias.
I was looking for that punchline. I'm like, there's no way you're going to leave it at just that. Oh, boy. Early game, looking like an early recall for Zay. He misses out on his level 2. So worst case scenario here for the side of BIGETRON MY by Vitalities. They should be able to steal a camp too.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate because sometimes you do overestimate yourself when you have a Clue as a roam and then you end up taking like horrible trades.
Guilty. Happened to me far too many times. You just need 1 or 2 good games, and then after that, you just feel like a glue god.
The thing is, especially against a Cho, right? Like he got some quality of life buff, so weaving in the attacks are easier. Makes these early, and he takes the adaptive damage early on, so the poke is actually quite painful.
I think there's also an argument here that.
Oh, interesting here. Obsidia from Nako is taking Inspire, so making sure more mana regeneration as well as cooldown. Honestly, I'm starting to see Chico guys using Inspire on Claude as well. I wonder if that's going to be a new thing. Especially like a few patches ago, the marksman has a lot been changed in terms of the mana. Maybe this is just a good way to like balance it out. Don't know if it's good.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if it's good, which is the big problem.
I don't play gold lane, so I have no idea.
I think the attack speed is kind of okay. It helps you kind of like trade just, I say mildly better because the base stat of just raw attack still is a little more effective. Uh-oh, he's 4 though.
Yeah, he just hit 4 and that's the window closed.
Yeah. Well, right now we do have to see how they're playing with it because I really feel like Chibi has some slight PTSD of getting jumped on, but I don't think this draft punishes him too much.
Because he's always one of the first on the objective, right? RWM out from Qualcomm, he's just gonna full send it. Final Slash gets committed, and Vamos walks away with the turtle. Lish and Rossi working together to keep Arrow 4 in place, but Chibi needs help, and Chifu, guys, helps him out. The CEO gets a hand onto this. The trade does come through, and Vamos gets 2 in return.
And again, we see both Vamos as well, BIGETRON and MY by Vitality. Right now, Malaysia is moving towards meta. First turtle, all go in. Gold lane, abandon your lane.
Yeah. How interesting. Like, I understand why Nako is joining because, again, whether or not he gets the same amount of gold as Chiku guys is going to be highly dependent on how he farms. But the real difference maker is how many stacks of those bones he actually has. And good kick here as they're looking for a kill onto Rossi. Just another free pick for Nako.
Yep. Rossi hit 4 in time, but sadly is too far away from home. He's dead again, right in front of Chiku guy's eyes.
Yep, and didn't even lose a minion. Best part.
The only good thing is Chibi is taking some camps away, right? Because at this point, I think Chibi will take it. Oh, Chiku is 2 in front. Yep,
he's going to get a Harpoon, nailed down, and that's Qualcomm with the kill.
Very silly. Very, very silly.
But also very utilizing the enemy's habits, right? Because looking at how Vamos has been playing, they knew Chiku is going to be there in Turtle 1. So Nako is ready to join that. So that's the first of read. The second read, Chibi will always be first on the scene to touch the turtle, right? Maybe because he's from Terengganu. It's just one of those things that they do. And then the second one is Chiku guy's tendency to overextend for the kill. Nako just has to pretend like he's a little baby, and then he'll just eat it up.
Yep.
Not saying Chiku eats babies, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's more of an Epstein thing.
Well, there should be something here. Zikiv flickers out. Rossi is going to be the victim again. Does have the ultimate sticks on Arrow 4-4. Gets the pullback and then a knockout from the Chibi. They need a bit of follow-up. Arrow 4-4 ends up going down. And Nako not able to do enough damage. So BDRM, they get something.
Very nice. Very nicely done there by Rossi.
And Chico cancels his recon.
Oh, bro. Oh. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Say something to Chico.
What are you gonna do? Fire him? You know?
Yeah. Chico's like, you don't go back.
You stay here. We need to fight for Turtle. I mean, they do have a numbers advantage, but only for a while. As someone jumps on the Z, that's going to be Black Shoes out. Chibi gets the objective for himself. Rossi needs to disengage, and now they have to knock up onto the Phobius. Phobius goes down. Arrow 4-4 rise in with the steed. They get Chibi in return, and Clawkun looks to blast down Rossi. One last White Plus will do the job. 2 for Vamos.
Yeah. This game looks a little bit more even without the Freya, because right now Sapat, he's doing a pretty decent job of disrupting honestly, mostly disrupting Z. Other than that, Team Vamos, it looks like more fair. In the previous one, less fair. In this game, if Vamos wants to make it unfair, ZQ just has to kick Rossi, right? Basically did what Yums did, make sure that this glue is a non-factor, and all of a sudden, BIGETRON just starts to shut down.
I think we need to start thinking about the mid-game here, right? Because as we're making the transition into it, we're past the laning phase at this point. We've already seen 2 turtles, and now coming into the 3rd turtle, I don't know, because Chibi, not only is he struggling, but I think that the team fights are looking a little awkward at times. I think that Vamos need to chill for a second, right? I think they need to use Clawkun to poke him out a little more efficiently right now.
And I think BIGETRON is hoping that they don't chill. Right? I really feel like the call here is for Vamos to overextend and do something about it.
Oh, well, they just found one. That's going to be Chibi that goes down.
Okay, let's start with not getting kicked by Cho.
Yeah. I think you know, like BTR's trap compared to game 1, this one a lot better, right? You have more answers, like snap answers to Vamos' aggression, but more importantly,
shout out to Coach Snap.
Coach Snap, shout out to him. You have a lot more skills that you can layer to keep Vamos under control, like the glue route into the Quinn knockup, the final slash as well. Plenty of setups to really punish Vamos if they overstep. But like Lafel said, right, just don't get kicked by the show.
And again, like you would say, like easier said than done. Sir, elimination match. This is one of those things that you don't have a choice.
It's not easy, but they gotta do it. ZK finds a kick, but wrong direction. Lish easily goes back in. They're still holding on to the final slash. They want ZK down, but they need a bit more damage, which they don't have. Chico guys arriving. Now they do. ZK will go down. Turtle for arrow 404. I don't think Vamos wants to fight this. Neither does BTR.
Was that...
Hold on, we got to look at the items here because Nako has 2 items. One being the Sky Piercer. Looking at Chico guys, he only has the Corrosion Scythe. So it's good and bad that the gold laners keep on joining the fight, but because of that, we do see the items slowing down just a little bit.
Yep. And the network is still the same, right? Despite Chico guys having 3 kills, although one of the deaths was from the gank earlier on in the bottom lane. Nako will now pick up on tier 1. BTR and trade the top 1 for themselves.
Still trying to keep relevance here on the map, but we know how this is always going to...
Oh, the Hunter Book connects. That's Purify out Nako. His Harpoon needs to release it early. Now they call him Barbial Z, getting plummeted, but he does go for the Black Shields. And unfortunately for Rossi, he's alone once more, trying to call for help, trying to punch Nako down as well. Chibi goes, he gets pulled back by Subban and cancelled, but there's damage from Z, and they take down Nako. Now Chico guys unleashes his ult, and BTRM finds 2 kills.
And this is where we see BTR shifting the job scope. Rossi is more of the one hunting down, and Lynch is the one that's peeling for the team. This is good coming in from the team because it's basically saying that Lynch, you're taking care of the CEO, and Rossi's just going to be the problem.
Yeah, I think they know for a fact that Lynch has to be the one that gets the Purify out of Natco, or Rossi has to do it. One or the other, right? They have interchangeable roles, but it's a lot easier for Rossi to do it because they're already trying to make sure that they are targeting these lead foots that are being thrown out by BIGETRON, who are probing for a response from Team Vamos.
And I feel like what Rossi really needs is for basically, honestly, it doesn't matter who, get the attention of Zikif, because Zikif is hunting for Rossi. As long as they're playing like opposite sides, eventually Rossi will get onto someone.
Okay, if that's the case, right? The setup for the Lord is probably where we need to see it. And Rossi immediately trying to make sure that he has those eyes onto Zikif now.
Nako also needs to be a bit more careful with his hunt of bone, right? Like, sure, it keeps someone from running away, but it also limits you to a certain radius. And that's essentially what got him killed in the previous fight.
Yeah.
Chico guys is going to be the one controlling the Lord, and I think if you are BTRM, you put a lot more comfortable holding that Lord.
I feel like Rossi is also letting the team know that he's just waiting for the glowing one. Once the glowing one is there, honestly, he can get onto anyone and they'll die. Even if they don't die, they're out of the fight.
Unless there's some form of sustain or something to hit. Oh, ZQ. Is he looking for to open up the mid? Yes, he does. And now he's looking for an angle.
Hunter Bone connects onto Lynch. Lynch is going to get locked down the RWM. A bit overstepped. And now lead given over to Team Vamos. Lord is very low. They turn to ZQ, but it's going to be Z that steals the Lord away. Rossi sticks on the Clawkun. Double kill for Chico, guys. Clawkun needs to disengage, but Chibi in with the retribution of the Arrow 404. Clawkun will get out, but Arrow 404 will not. As BTRM finds 3 kills.
Man, what a kick.
Yeah. No, honestly, even Z as well. That's what a country manager's supposed to do. Take things away from other people.
They are.
Actually, I don't know what they do, but you know.
Well, I mean, they call it redistribution. But, let's look at this replay one more time. ZK with a great kick here to kind of open up the space that they needed. However, Suppot also recognizes, like, I don't stand a chance against this carry specifically, right? So, again, it's about pushing and pulling constantly. And I think this is a very even fight with both BIGETRON as well as Team Vamos having extremely similar plans.
Of any game I won 5 games is this one, because again, like elimination match. Dude.
Yep, it deserves to go 5 games.
Yeah, and honestly, both teams deserve to fight against SRG or IG to get to the finals, because Chico, guys, somehow he hit his prime and even got higher than that. And then for Vamos, I don't know, like as an organization, people know them to constantly go to the grand finals, but they haven't gone for a few seasons now.
Ever since season 14, right? That was the last grand finals appearance where they went 4-2 against SRG. I mean, it's been more than a year since that rebuilding phase. I was expecting, well, at least my prediction had Vamos in the upper bracket.
Yeah.
Clearly, that's not the case. It's quite a shocker.
But I feel like this is a good problem because BTR showed up.
Yes.
This is giving me almost like DX Soul vibes. And Rossi was there too.
Rossi was there too,
right?
Yep. I mean, he did take down Siska yesterday. Well, 2 days ago.
Yeah. So showing who's the problem.
It was Siska this whole time.
Which, funnily enough, was what Siska said to Rossi in the regular season. And then Storm is just in the audience saying that, hey, I like those 2 guys. Especially Siska, he's my team.
Well, especially since there are 2 more teammates compared to the one on the opposite end.
It's 2 against 1 and the 1 is winning.
And the 1 is winning. Unfortunate. Until we start seeing, like, I don't know, Zay being replaced by Storm in BTR. It's probably the only time we're going to see a potential transfer. I don't know. I think that a lot of partner teams right now are probably not only looking at their roster, but they're trying to figure out a lot of other stuff here in MY. But in the meantime, Vamos and BIGETRON, MY by Vitality, have refused to make contact with each other.
Yeah, I mean, vision control is easier for BTRM just because you have the Gloom. It gives you a vision of basically the entire bush, right? You just drop 1 Gloom in and then you see the whole bush. And not to mention Rossi on the glue too, so it's pretty hard to walk up. And you have an Arlet, the Gwyn to worry about. So BIGETRON can plant themselves in these areas. And if Vamos walks up, there's always a lingering threat. Even for Chico, guys, I think he's maxed out in items. Yeah, he's almost maxed out in items, just missing a Malefic gun. You walk up to him, he melts you. He's melting the Lord. Suppot sees this, but there's no way in there, just too late. And that's Lord for BTRM.
What a fast steal here, Vamos.
Oh, wow, what a kick. Rossi still able to get back. And that might have bought him some precious time. Rossi escapes.
I've never seen that interaction.
What does he have?
Right.
Wait, let me check his items. Chastise Pauldron. Is it just because he has tough boots?
Maybe. And I think the extra range because of that flicker gave him enough time to flicker out. Like, I haven't seen that. I've never done that.
I didn't know. Well, technically, if like you just fast tap the kick, you don't get the distance, but you get the immediate control. So like, I guess there's like a 0.5 second.
I don't know. I just think personally, I think that tenacity works really strangely. Because it's like you get a percentage, and there's like, what does that percentage mean?
Remember when Edith knocks you out and you have tough boots, she doesn't get to flip you?
Yeah, it's like that. Oh, man.
ZK almost went down to the Gloom itself. I think BTRM, they're going to stick to protocols like what we saw from them yesterday against SRG. They set up an inhibitor, and they just won't force the issue.
there's no need to force the issue at this stage, right? Especially the first couple of lords of the game, really not going to matter too much, especially when you have like hyper scalers like in
Oh, Chibi.
I thought for a moment he whiffed that.
I think he got like cancelled by the barbell once.
Thank God. Because if it was like a complete cancel and and he had to like refund his entire cooldown, oh my lord, that would have been painful.
RWM, Falcon trying to hold back the siege. Z had flashes very early, but no kick angle, and Vamos keeps the structure up.
Vamos right now, they're hoping that BIGETRON overextends and they kill them in the base. Because if they have to fight for Lord, seeing as how Z has the Ice Queen 1, Supat, Era, they kind of don't want any business with this Lilia right now.
You're not walking up to them. No way. And to make it worse, you have Chiku guys who just destroys your front line. They get the sweep on the Z kid, but Vamos still cool, calm, collected. Another successful defense.
Yeah, it's just tough to break. Really, really tough to break. And they don't have an artillery mage to help them out to try and zone off their targets. I don't even think it's worth throwing Rossi or even Lynch into the fire for inhibitor turrets at this stage of the game. Especially, I mean, maybe if you were trying to get the long lane inhibitor turret, but I don't think it was going to happen in the first place.
Unfortunate that only 10 stacks of the Sky Piercer for Nako here. But I feel like even with 0 stacks, I think Nako should have enough damage to deal with BIGETRON. He just really needs the opening and hope that Chiku doesn't kill Vamos first, which, you know, like, there are some rules of the world where you just can't deny that. A carry with enough items is kind of... It will make every team fight very quick.
Yeah.
It just devolves the whole dynamics of the game down to whoever dies first loses.
Well, yeah, basically. That really is the truth of it all if we had to boil it down. But now, look at this split. Look at Rossi showing up on the top side.
And ZK finds the kick that's Purify out. So, nothing out of that. He needs to get controlled by Supat, but I think ZK is going to die here. There's no way out to even commit the final slash because why not? And now Supat gets control. He is going to be dead as well.
Dave.
That was a troll.
Not really sure what Vamos wanted to achieve with that, honestly.
I think they're like, hey, Rossi isn't here. This is our time.
But we
my time, my era.
But we kicked the person with Purify. What?
Yeah,
why?
but, you know, like, in the heat of the moment, you know?
He would have had a better chance if Natko was there with the Hand of Bone. Then, sure, I would understand.
Or he asked his team, like, he doesn't have Purify, right? No, he doesn't.
But even then, you would need the Purify to be used first. And now it's a 3v5 defense. They have minimum to work with. RWM gets used. Arrow 4 will sacrifice himself. And the CEO will claim it. That's BTRM with the equalizer.
All right.